If we are the chosen people, who are you to tell us what to do? Who are you? Who is the international community to tell Israel what to do? International law, wonderful thing. It doesn't apply on us. It applies on any other place on earth, not on Israel. Because we are the chosen people, don't you understand it? The second very deep-rooted value is obviously the value of we, the victims, not only the biggest victims, but the only victims around. I know many occupations which were longer than Israeli occupation, than the Israeli occupation. Some were even more brutal, even though it's getting harder and harder to be more brutal than the Israeli occupation. I don't recall one occupation in which the occupier presents himself as the victim. Not only the victim, the only victim. If to phrase here, if to quote here the late Golda Meir, whom I quoted also last time, I know, but it is so unforgettable I have to use it again. She once said that we will never forgive the Arabs for forcing us to kill their children. We are the victims. We are forced to kill their children. Poor us. And as the victim and the only victim in history, again, it enables us the rights to do whatever we want, and nobody is going to tell us what to do, because we are the only victims.
Israel has been so ahead of us in terms of understanding the importance of education and the information war and propaganda. Example, Wikipedia, a go-to source. Again, like I said, they just pop up everywhere. A go-to source for so many people regarding what the facts are. You do a quick search, Wikipedia comes up first, and then you find out via a video of Naftali Bennett, who became a prime minister. The prime minister of Israel is in this video I'm about to show you, discussing how as soon as Wikipedia hit the map, they were infiltrating, training Zionists to become the editors. This is a real clip of a future prime minister of Israel. Take a listen.
My Israel has arranged instruction day for wiki editors. The goal of the day is to teach people how to edit in Wikipedia, which is the #1 source of information today in the world. As a way of example, if someone searches the Gaza flotilla, we want to be there. We want to be the guys who influence what is written there, how it's written, and to ensure that it's balanced and Zionist in nature.
So casual. We're just like training editors to go in there and to make sure that things are Zionist. You know, look up anything, it's going to be like Zionist spin on it. So it's like, this is not, none of this stuff is conspiracy, guys.
What should the American people know about what is happening here in Israel?
Well, first of all, right behind me, Trey, this is the reason why we took out that surprise initiative, the preemptive strike against Iran. They've been saying for years, Trey, that this is what they're going to do. They're going to destroy and eliminate the Israeli people. This is with a non-nuclear warhead. This entire building coming down, people trapped beneath the rubble. Can we imagine if Iran was able to have a nuke? There's no army bases here. This is the middle of a neighborhood. There's a kindergarten across the street.
Behind me is the wreckage from a ballistic missile launched by the Iranian regime. What you can see is a civilian apartment building in Bat Yam, or what's left of it, after a ballistic missile directly hit this building. Numerous people were killed, hundreds were injured, and there are now soldiers behind me digging through the rubble to try to find the bodies of hopefully, survivors.
Whose empathy are you trying to appeal to right now? Who do you think is going to look at this with a sympathetic eye after you've spent 2 years justifying violence against unarmed fucking civilians and their infrastructure? For 2 years, we've heard the same justification for targeting civilian infrastructure. They attacked us first. We have a right to defend ourselves. Look at the chronological timeline of events of the last couple of days. A preemptive strike is just an attack, by the way. There's no such thing. You just attacked a different fucking country. You might think you have a good reason, but you attacked them and they responded. Is that not all fair in love and war? Any reasonable person looks at a leveled apartment building and thinks about the civilians, the human beings and children trapped or dead inside, and their heart breaks for them. And my question to you guys now is, why is it that you can't look at the tens of thousands of leveled apartment buildings and the hundreds of thousands of people trapped or buried inside across the street from you and have the same level of fucking human empathy? Why is that? Why do you think that is?
This is your warning. In the coming days, you're going to see on the news that a U.S. military base was hit by an Iranian missile, or the U.S. ship was. This will not be true. This will be the USS Liberty all over again. Israel cannot defeat Iran on its own. They need the U.S. to join their side. The U.S. government's already joining their side, but the U.S. public is against a war. So what they have to do, like they've done on 9/11, like they did with Saddam, like they did with the Liberty, like they did with Afghanistan, with the Taliban, they're going to do a false flag attack to turn the public opinion. They're going to rally support, patriotic support. They're going after our military guys we have to attack. When this happens, you heard it from me, this is fake in order to get a regime change in Iran. Make sure to follow me here. They deleted my other account for saying the exact same stuff and exposing Israel.
If the United States goes to war with Iran in the near future, it will not be because Tehran actually threatens America. It will be because Israel and its powerful lobby in the U.S. have succeeded in creating an essentially false casus belli to mandate such action. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who once commented that 9/11 was good for Israel, has repeatedly sought to commit our government to draw red lines that would narrow options for the White House and de facto require it to take action with the military against Iran. I also would not doubt that Israel, accustomed to behaving with impunity towards its alleged friend and patron in Washington, might manufacture a pretext to draw the U.S. into a new conflict. Something reminiscent of the Lavon affair in Alexandria, Egypt in 1954, or the false flag attack on the USS Liberty in 1967.
No, 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 no. President Trump, we love you. We are not going into a fake war. We are not going to send our children into another fake war. Benjamin Netanyahu has been saying the same thing for over 30 years. The exact same bit. Over and over and over and over. Let me ask everybody an honest question. Do you think Israel would be bombing Iran if Iran actually had weapons of mass destruction right now? Do you think that? Further, what we've seen what the deep state part of Israel did to Gaza, if you are a surrounding country, wouldn't you want weapons to defend yourself? Did anybody in America do a quarter-inch worth of research what actually happened with 9/11? There were no weapons of mass destruction. President Trump, you said it yourself. Do you remember?
Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons. No question whatsoever.
They lied. Okay. They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass destruction.
All right. No question whatsoever.
Look, bottom line, there were no weapons of mass destruction. They said there are weapons of mass destruction.
If you take out Saddam, I guarantee you that it will have enormous positive reverberations on the region.
Here's an interesting question I'd like to know. Does the president of Iran carry around a map, Greater Iran, similar to Netanyahu carrying around Greater Israel that he showed just prior to October 7th? Has anybody checked how many nuclear bombs Israel has? Oh yeah, I think JFK did.
He had been assured by Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion that Dimona was designed for peaceful uses of atomic energy. In the spring of 1963, Kennedy demanded full inspections by the U.S. of the Dimona reactor and threatened to place American aid for Israel in limbo if no agreement were reached. And at the time of his assassination, negotiations were in process for biannual inspections.
And remember, before all your friends start calling you anti-Semitic for not agreeing what's happening politically, bombing innocent people, there's a good group of Jewish people that are calling them out in Israel, in Tel Aviv, that the mainstream media doesn't want you to see.
Jews are not Zionists because the Zionist ideology is not Jewish.
Are those good Jewish people anti-Semitic for calling out Netanyahu for his war crimes? There's many of us in the United States of America that see exactly what's happening, and we don't agree with it. President Trump, we love you. We've supported you. No on a third world war. If we truly want to be America first, we cannot get sucked into another deep state fake war where millions will die.
You in the IDF?
Yes.
Do you plan on killing kids in the future, Palestinian kids?
I want to bomb Gaza. I don't care about the kids. I don't care about the civilians. I don't care about them.
So you'll bomb them? You'll bomb the civilians? And you'll...
Yes, I will bomb Gaza. I
Oh,
will
wow.
destroy Gaza.
Wow.
This-
There are 1 million kids in Gaza. You want them to die?
I want all Gaza die.
You want half of Gaza are children. You want them to die?
I want to bomb Gaza. I want to make it a mall.
Are you joking, or is this how you actually feel?
No, I'm dead serious.
You are very serious? You want all of Gaza to be gone?
Yes.
You want the 1 million kids in Gaza, the children, the babies, you want them to die?
All the children there will die. I don't care.
You're evil.
Kill
You're
or be
disgusting.
killed.
And you think this is normal. The way you're talking to me right now is that you were expecting me to agree with you because you have been taught since a young age that this is normal. The indoctrination is insane. There is a problem with you and your society. You need help. Free Palestine.
So the IDF is touting the killing of this grandson of a Hamas leader. They're putting it all over the internet, they're celebrating it, but they're only showing the Hamas leader who isn't killed. They're not showing the photo of the grandson, and that's because this was a 2-year-old named Muhammad that was killed in an airstrike that was deliberately targeted to not kill anyone else, but to kill this 2-year-old, all because he's the grandson of one of the leaders of Hamas. They're touting this all over their Twitter. And the IDF is celebrating it. The US, I'm sure, are high-fiving about it. We got another one. When in reality, they know it was a 2-year-old, and they're not telling the public because they're not using the photo of the baby. They're using photos of the grandfather and saying that we killed his grandson.
You're not going to convince me that the Iranian people are my enemy. Again, we're going down this here. Here's who you're required to hate. It's Orwell, man. I'm a free man. You're not telling me who I have to hate. I'll decide who I like and don't like on the basis of my values and what I believe my interests are. I don't want to be involved in this at all. And I think most Americans don't. And it's only because
we're inexorably getting drawn into a war.
By a tiny minority of people. You know what I mean? This is like, it's all so fake. I'm not playing along. I just don't want my country to be further weakened or destroyed by another one of these wars. And boy, if you can't connect the dots after 25 years of this, you're either too dumb to participate in the conversation, or you're, like Mark Levin, just a liar who doesn't care.
Any critic of Israel, anybody that criticizes Israel, they're going to call a terrorist supporter so they could be excluded from open society by being fired, sued, deported, defunded, expelled, ostracized. And the Trump administration is implementing that plan. In late April, the Heritage Foundation dispatched a team to Israel to meet with power players in Israeli politics to discuss Project Esther, the foundation's proposal to rapidly dismantle the pro-Palestine movement in the United States, along with its support at schools, universities, progressive organizations, and in Congress. Drafted in 2023, Project Esther outlined an ambitious plan to fight anti-Semitism by branding critics of Israel as a terrorist support network, so that they could be deported, defunded, sued, fired, expelled, ostracized, and otherwise excluded from what it considers open society. The next time somebody says, oh, the Jews have this conspiracy, they have this plan, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What, they all get together and they want to implement this plan? The next time somebody asks you that or they're skeptical, look up Project Esther from the Heritage Foundation.
We are ready. Shamhani is one of the few people in Iran authorized to speak about the sensitive negotiations.
We can definitely have better relations with the U.S.
Shamhani said that Iran is willing to commit to never having a nuclear weapon, to getting rid of its stockpiles of highly enriched uranium, to only enriching to a level needed for civilian use, and to allow inspectors in to oversee it all, in exchange for lifting all sanctions immediately. He said Iran would accept that deal tonight.
This is a military base in San Diego flying the Israeli flag. I live a few blocks from here. Yeesh.
If you look closely, you can see a Hamas terrorist hiding in that cart. But I think the beautiful thing is that the Palestinians are coming together to fix this problem that was created by somebody else.
Iran attacked me out of nowhere! America needs to go to war for me! Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
I don't want my children to die for Israel.
Stop crying. Their lives were promised to my people 2,000 years ago.
I don't want my children to die for Israel.
Do not be selfish. Your children will go to war for my people. It's time to step up. Our greatest ally, Israel, needs us. Send your sons. After all, they fund my paycheck.
If you're going to go alone, you can take care of your deal or not. You don't need us. Decide to go alone. Decide to reject it. No, we don't need you. We're going to go it alone. And the go it alone lasts about 6 hours. Not only do they want defense, they want us to go on offense. Don't believe me. Tucker Carlson's got a tweet up. I will not repeat the names on this show at this time. I have not verified that. But Tucker Carlson's on fire right now, calling out names, naming names.
I'm hopeful about Israel because my people, the Jewish people, emerged from the depths of hell.
The top comment here. They kicked you out of hell too? Jeesh. 109 countries plus one hell. First time in his life he was telling the truth. These comments are insane.